everyone, welcome to FQ-wentuhan. This is Felix Fausto, your FQ mom. Today, Kwentuhan takes a more exciting twist because we are so happy to have two great writers, mga magagaling talaga magkwento. First, we have Sha Nacino. He is the founder of the 90-Day Book Writing Challenge and a radio show host, author of 10 books, and also founder of the Write University, as in Write. Also, we have Dada Felix. She's a US-educated economist turned fictionist. She has written 7 books and has several Palanca Literary Awards and other awards, and in fact, she was a finalist for the National Book Award. So medyo mga bigating writers din ang mga kausap natin ngayon.
Yes.
Sige, let's start by sharing with our viewers. Paano ba kayo nag-umpisa? How did you get into writing? Siya.
Okay, so ako, Ms. Rose, yung journey ko bilang author, it's more of a serendipity. In fact, when I was in elementary, high school, and college, yung favorite subject ko was math.
Oh,
I
really?
didn't like to write. I didn't know how to write. Ayoko talaga magsulat. So, napunta ako sa pagsusulat kasi nung nagtrabaho ako sa isang bangko, on my first year as an employee, nabaon ako sa credit card debts.
Ayun, talagang pang FQ yata ang topic.
Yes. And that was the first time that I hungered for education. That was the first time that I became passionate about learning. Learning.
Wait, Sha, can I just cut you in there?
Sure.
You studied at UP and
Yes.
you worked in a foreign bank, right?
Yes, in a foreign
Okay.
bank. I also studied economics, business economics.
Okay, Ego.
Okay. So, nabaon ako sa credit card debts at dun pa lang ako nag-start magbasa ng libro about money, mag-attend ng seminars on money. Tapos, to cut a long story short, na-zero out ko yung utang ko in 3 years.
Okay.
Tapos, dun ko na-realize na ang daming mga yappies na katulad ko rin na mahilig gumastos, mahilig mag-save para mag-travel, ganyan. Yung very short-term yung goals nila. So, sabi ko, kailangan kong i-share yung mga natutunan ko about money to as many people as possible. Nag-start ako sa mga kaibigan ko. So, during colloquial conversations, ganyan, dinner, nagtatalk ako about money. Sabi ko, alam niyo ba, kailangan i-zero out yung credit card debts? Kasi kung hindi, even if you're saving at the rate of 3% annually, if you are draining money at the rate of 42% annually, kasi apply mo pa yung power of compounding. So, that's how I would talk to my friends. And napansin ko, my friends would shy away from the conversation. Because money is such a sensitive issue. So, eto ako, gigil na gigil mag-share, pero walang gustong makinig.
So, sulat ko na nga lang.
Exactly. Nagsusulat ako.
Just write it down.
Right, so sinulat ko siya, and to cut the long story short again, that led me to writing books.
What was the first book that you wrote?
The first book was about Think Rich Yappies. So it's about how to zero out your credit card debts.
Okay, Dada, who actually happens to be my sister. Oy, sister, tell us how you got into writing. You were also a banker.
Yes, I was.
A central banker.
A central banker. I used to work with the central bank, and then I did early retirement. If there are slasher movies, I'm a slashy. like Rose said, I'm an economist / writer. And if there are serial killers, I'm a serial retiree. I worked with the central bank.
Oh yeah, it used to be Central Bank.
Yeah.
Now it is Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
And you know how old I am.
Manong ko siya, manong.
Yeah,
It
you
doesn't
know.
show.
Okay,
best friend.
So anyway, after that, I took early retirement from Central Bank. But
Yes.
I've written, but not fiction, no? I write memos, I write technical papers.
Yeah.
And then so I retired. I took early retirement, and then that's when I started writing. I call myself a guerrilla writer. I used to drive my daughter to school, and then when I'm waiting in the parking lot, I would write. And also when I'm in the checkout counter of the supermarkets, I would write.
Wow.
Yeah, ganon. I'm so disorganized. So there. After that, a friend asked me if I wanted to go back to work. And then that was the time when my daughter was already working also. So wala na akong kausap sa bahay. So okay, I'm going back to work. So
I can't see together.
yeah. So I worked with PDIC, and then
Philippine Deposit Insurance Corporation.
Yes.
Oh, Incidentally, last week's feature of FQ-wentuhan was the president of PDIC, Mr. Bobby Tan.
Hi, Mr. Tan. Actually, another Mr. Tan hired me. PDIC, Ricardo Tan. And yeah, and so I led the group that managed the reputation of the PDIC.
Okay.
Yeah, during the most challenging period in its history.
Yeah.
But
What do you call the group again? The
corporate affairs group.
Corporate affairs
Yes,
group.
I think they were the ones who coordinated with you on your guest list.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And tell us about that, because I would see you on TV talking to the depositors.
And of course, I didn't have my makeup on. And my friends would tell me, what
very easy job. Not a very easy job.
Yeah. So there. So we were the ones who took care of the reputation of PDIC during the big bank closures, if you remember.
Yeah, tell us those banks.
14 legacy banks.
Legacy.
So
do you remember that Legacy Bank?
So that was unprecedented in the Philippines.
Yeah.
The central bank closed 14 banks all at once.
Oh,
So
okay.
and then it affected over 140,000 depositors. So you can just imagine. And we were just breathing. we haven't caught our breaths yet. And then Banco Filipino closed down.
Reclose. This is the
reclosing. Yes,
reclosing.
reclosing. And you know that made me sad. Because
Yeah, it made me sad also.
You know the kiddie savers and I had
That's memorable. That's in my childhood money memory.
Yes. I think it also forms part of my memory because Papang took me to the Banco Filipino. I think they were having trouble then. And this guy had this bright idea of putting cash in a big parang aquarium. And then they had guards there just to show that, hey
we have money.
okay, we have money. So,
okay.
I think Papa was telling me, you know,
Subok? What's the tagline? Subok na matibay, subok na matatag.
Yes. And so, he was telling me, if you keep your money in banks, you know, it's safe, it will grow. It was really a it forms part of my childhood memories.
Me naman, it's because they used the Sanrio characters as a come-on. So I really wanted to, because if you deposit, they would be giving you freebies. And the cover of the passbook were my favorite characters, si Lala and Kiki. Remember? Golden Stars. Back in the 19 kopong. Okay, so going back. Yeah.
And then LBC Bank, so many banks. And then at the same time, as you said, we were also doing financial literacy advocacy.
Yes.
We had a project with the DepEd, and then we also had a project in connection with the other bank groups, the major bank groups, DAP, CTV, RBAP, and we called it the Y Saver Club.
Okay.
So it was really a very interesting time for me. But then, you know, there came a point when, after introspection, I decided that it was time to move on and explore other options. And I'm really very glad that I did, because I find such joy in writing.
Okay.
We're both writers, so you know the bliss that you feel after completing a writing project. And then, that's when I started. And luckily, my first book won the grand prize in the Pilar Perez writing for teens. That could be called YA now.
YA is
young adult, young YA. And so later on, I did stories for older people, and then they were collected into story collections. And this latest book of mine, Crime Time.
Sure. This was recently launched.
Yeah, Crime Time.
So she is our Crime Time bida, okay? Dada president.
She's so great in coming up with
Our Crime Time bida. That's how I should have introduced you.
Yeah,
Crime Time bida.
Crime Time bida. Thank you. From the sister. Anyway, so this is my first collection, which is made up entirely of crime stories.
Yes, and I already finished reading that, and I recommend, especially those who really like to solve problems, watch we always watch kasi mga imported ones. So this one, and I really like the QC vibe.
Yeah, QC.
Because we are QZ people, spelled with a KYUSF. So tell us about your writing style. I mean, how does it go with Sha?
Okay, so before,
what's the process?
When I started writing my first book, it was a trial and error method. I just wrote and wrote and wrote. But so it took me 3 years to write my first book, and then since I'm a math person, I told myself, even if writing is on the creative side, there has to be a formula to write a book. And so I developed a formula on writing a book, and using this formula, anyone can write a book in 90 days.
Oh my God.
So that's my formula.
You should teach me because it's taking way too long to finish my upcoming book.
And that's what I teach the students of the 90-day book writing challenge. So when I write, I begin with a topic. So that's the first step. You begin with a topic, and then after you develop your topic, you write down your thesis statement.
Yeah.
So in other words, when people would ask you, what is your book all about?
Yes.
You could tell them, my book is about in one sentence.
In one sentence.
Yes,
Yeah.
so you should be very clear about that. Topic is general, thesis statement is very specific. And then after that, I create a mind map
Mind map.
on using pen and paper. So mind map, it's like an outline, but a mind map is more fluid. You're more free to create. You're more free to let your ideas flow freely.
Yes.
And so I create the mind map, and that's a blueprint of the book. Okay, so after I'm done with the mind map, that's when I start to type, to write on my laptop, using my laptop.
And all in 90 days?
Yes, within 90 days. In fact, some of
my.
my students, they were able to finish their books in 45 days, in
How
50
long is
days.
that? How many words is that?
How many was that?
How many words?
I think it's about 20 to 25,000 words.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no, the ones, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead, yes.
No,
The ones that
they're
are finished.
My
the output of
students,
your students, yeah.
about that's
That long
also.
also.
20 to 25,000 words.
How about you? What's your process, sister?
My process borders on the chaotic.
That's what you mentioned earlier. It
Yeah.
can be at the grocery counter, fetching
Yes.
your child.
Yeah. And I start with character. So it's really character driven. I don't have an outline.
Yeah.
So I just go where the character points.
Yes.
It's really part of the journey.
Yeah.
And
it's what you don't actually know where you're going.
Yeah.
Where the characters are going, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Because I construct characters that are, so real life, that they have a mind of their own.
Yes, yes.
So, that's why I said it's so pleasurable. Because it's like reading also while you're writing it.
Yes.
Because you don't
You are
know where
discovering
yes,
as you
you're
go on.
discovering.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah.
adventure also of writing for me. And sometimes, a character that you have pegged like this,
Yes.
sometimes just a minor character.
Yeah.
She's a minor character. She won't stop talking. So
Yes.
sige, I'll give you your own story. So yun, chaotic.
Yeah.
Galing, because it's non-fiction, it's more creative.
It's fiction.
It's
fiction, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what? I also write non-fiction, but I do experience that. I have something in mind. This is really my message.
Yeah.
And then somewhere along the line, it also takes its own life. It takes its own life, and then, uy, bago to. And then as you just allow yourself to be used, you become like a medium.
Yes, yes.
Parang nasa libro.
No. I also have that experience even in writing essays. Sometimes
yeah.
I write essays and literary essays. And sometimes, you think you know where you're going, but in the process of writing, wait, this sounds better.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so why do you write? Is there any bigger purpose?
Okay, for me, I begin with a message. So if there's a very important message that I need to share, it's a burning message, and I feel that if I don't share the message, I would commit the sin of omission. So that's my big reason to write. So it starts with a burning message that I need to share, and that message could inspire one person or could solve someone else's problem. Then that's my main reason why I write. I write to inspire. I write to solve someone else's problems. I write to move people. I write to help them make a difference.
How about you, Dad? Why do you write?
But it's all about the story for me.
Okay.
Because growing up and until now, whenever I read stories for pleasure, it really gives me pleasure. I derive pleasure from them and sometimes get some insights. And that's the thing that I also want my readers to experience when they read a Dada Felix book. That, they'll find pleasure, they'll be entertained.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not ashamed to say that I want to entertain people.
Yeah.
But also, as a Bodo, sometimes people get insights from
Of
there.
course.
And
Yeah.
it's so nice to find out sometimes that if you have this book that's been, decades old, and then you meet somebody and hey, you're the one who wrote that.
Yeah.
And say, thank you, universe.
Yeah.
Somebody other than Mamang read my
Okay, of course, our signature questions here at FQ-wentuhan. Can you share with us a bit of your childhood money memory, quickly?
I was very gastador when I was young. My parents would give our allowance on Monday, and that's good for 1 week.
Yeah.
But since I'm so gastador,
It
by
wouldn't last.
Wednesday,
It's gone.
it's gone. So what my sister would do is she would save up her allowance because she knows that by Wednesday I don't have money anymore. So she would save me.
Should then you?
Yeah, she would.
With
she would
interest?
No, she just gives money to me. So that's my sister.
You should say hi to your sister.
Hello, sister.
And then I think I only learned how to manage my money when I was already after I got buried in credit card debt. So when I was already working. But back in, I think, elementary or high school, we did have the paluwagan as well. I know
Papa
P
P.
as well. Papa P, he also had that. So we also did that. But dahil uso lang. But I really didn't know how to manage my money when I was younger. So to all our listeners, if you don't know how to manage your money yet, it's not too late to change.
Habang may buhay, may pag-asa.
Yes.
Dada, what's your childhood money memory?
Well, we're Ilocanos, no? So, thrift is really ingrained in our DNA, so to speak.
yeah.
And Mamang always told us to live within our means.
But enjoy the fruits of your
Yes,
labor.
enjoy. And it's very similar to yours, no? But during our time, syempre, generations apart tayo, being given an allowance for the whole month was really something... for the whole week, was really something unique because our neighbors, our friends were being given daily baon.
Yes.
Okay.
So there, you can spend it all on day one, no? And then you'll have to
suffer.
figure out how to go through the week. So there, I learned how to manage my money. And so one of the things that I always think about is money is something to be managed.
Yeah.
Money doesn't manage you. You have to manage your
Yes.
money. And then later on, when I grew older, I tweaked Mamang's saying. So I said, live below your means. And I'm the eldest, no, and I tell my younger siblings when they start working, if you get promoted, don't spend everything.
Yes, I remember that.
Don't
Yeah.
spend everything.
Get something that you can invest in,
Yes.
so that that amount, the increment, goes
Yeah.
somewhere
And not be
Not
dissipated.
expensive.
I think when you grow
Yes.
older, of course, your standard of living will increase, but then
Yes.
it's ingrained already.
Yes.
Live below your means.
Yes.
Below your means.
And then usually a lot of aspiring writers there are afraid
Yeah.
to really dive full time because of the economics of writing. And then you'll tie that up with your FQ report tip siguro. So, gutom ba talaga ang aabutin ng mga manunulat ng bansang Pilipinas?
Okay, so ako kasi I write non-fiction, self-help, motivational books. So, the business is not really in the book sales,
Yes.
but the business is the money is not in the book sales. The money is in your business around the book.
Okay.
So, for example, one of
speaking
my businesses,
engagement.
yes, speaking engagements. So, for example, for one speaking engagements, for a 1 hour talk, I would earn the same amount that I would earn if I sell 100 or 200 copies of this book.
Yes.
So
Plus
the
I can sell
I can sell this book.
The Zig Ziglar business model.
Yes. So, here's what I discovered about money. May isa lang pala talaga yung sekreto about money. If you want to make more money, once you learn this particular secret, hindi ka magugutom. Gusto niyo bang malaman yung secret?
Okay. Pagbabalik na.
I know.
I can share. The secret to making money is one word. It's called value. So if you want to make money, you just need to give value. And when you give value, money comes back to you. So money is just a consequence of you giving value. So for example, let's say, dati kasi, di ba, if you want to make more money, you need to work hard, work long hours. Ngayon, hindi na ganun. So it's all about value. Let's say, if you can give a 1-hour talk, at ito yung value na pwede mo mabigay, you could get paid this much, na yun ang dati mong kinikita nung nagtatrabaho ka ng isang buwan. So I experienced that. So sometimes, yung kinikita ka dati ng isang buwan, kaya mong kitain in 1 hour. And it's all about, we're talking about value.
Okay. Sige, that.
Yeah. Well, as you have, yeah, the economics, as you have pointed out earlier, especially for fiction, the market here in the Philippines is really very small.
Small, no?
And especially when you say English fiction.
Yes.
Because I think the Tagalog fiction is doing very, very good
the
sales.
smaller paperbacks,
Yes.
no?
Yes, yes. So, having said that, I think it's really more of psychic income.
Okay.
Yeah, psychic income. When you do something that makes you happy.
Okay.
Because after all, you know, this Harvard professor, Shah, he says that happiness is the ultimate currency.
Yes.
One of the authors that I admired when I was younger, what's his name? James Missioner. He said that writing is an industry where you can make a big fortune because he was a bestseller. He sold billions of books. But sometimes you can hardly make a living.
Yes.
So it's really extremes.
Yeah.
I admire people who are really very driven. That they just start writing. Maybe they have rich parents. And for the rest of us, you know, keep your day job.
Yes.
Yeah. So, is that your FQ report tip?
My FQ report tip is really, it all boils down to
To the live below your means.
your means. Kunwari, yung mga, even, and don't succumb to peer pressure. You know, if your friends are all sporty.
Yes,
mga
yes. And that has a lot to do about your self-esteem.
Yeah, signature.
Yes.
Yeah. You know,
Yes.
well, if you really like it and you can afford it, go
Yes,
ahead.
go ahead.
If you're going to go into debt, you know,
Ah.
just to keep up with your barkada.
But just to keep up with the Kardashians.
Yeah, the Kardashians. And you'd be so lucky if people will pay to see you just lounge around.
Okay. Can you just end with a fast talk?
Okay,
I'll
wow,
just say
fast talk.
something and then you answer. Okay. Favorite writer?
Bo Sanchez.
Favorite writer?
Oh, so many. Well, there's Kate Atkinson. You want me to
No, just
enumerate?
top 3.
Just the top 3. Well, for crime, of course, there's Poe. There is Karen Slaughter, and I also like Tana French. Pwede pag tubawad.
Okay, sige. Magaling.
Si Gun Girl.
Alright.
Gillian Flynn.
Okay, Gone Girl is something. Yeah. Favorite word?
Love.
No favorite word.
Favorite book?
All Bo Sanchez's books.
Take note, Bo Sanchez.
No, she works with both. How about you?
I have
Favorite book?
I don't have
One only, ah.
One only.
Not yours.
Yours na lang. I have to choose one. I love Misery, actually.
What's the title?
Misery.
Misery.
Miserable tayo.
Who is your
Lola Stephen
Who is your
King.
dream reader of your book? That when you find out that, oh my God, he read my book. Who's that?
Dream reader.
Oh my God, you read my book. Ganon. Who's that?
Grabe. Pero dream talaga.
Dream? Go
Dream,
ahead.
okay.
Oh, you have na yata eh.
Yeah, Ian Rankin.
Ian Rankin is the...
Ian Rankin is the king of Tartanois. He is a Scottish writer who writes crime, but he was knighted by the Queen.
Oh,
bongga. So,
what's the counterpart of that in our country?
I don't know. I don't think we allow that.
Wala
The
naman
thing about
tayo
him is
royalty.
that, kasi, you know, crime is looked up. It's a genre.
Is it looked down on? I didn't know that.
Usually, it's a genre. It's not the highfalutin, ano. But then, you know, he got knighted by the Queen. So,
So that's a dream of yours. So it could be a...
that he will read and he will say, oh, Maria. Scottish. Yeah, Scottish.
Akala ko na.
Ayan na.
Gary Vaynerchuk.
Oh! The guy.
Yes, the big influencer.
And
guy,
why is that?
social media influencer. Because he he's really an influencer.
Mm-hmm.
And I want him to read my book, and if he likes it, he promotes it to his
Business-minded. Mathematical ang dating. Okay, it has been a lot of fun talking to you. I hope we had more fun. But dear readers and aspiring writers, I hope you picked up a lot of valuable insights from our two great writers as our guests today. And you know, these days, you know, di ba, ang swerte nila because never has it been in history, has it been easier to reach out because of internet, di ba?
Yes.
So, don't lose your day job yet, but keep on writing. And in fact, I would say that you have to continue honing your expertise because that could be the source of your content for writing.
Right.
That's right. And of course, please join me in wishing our viewers cheers to High FQ! First, we have Dada Felix. Hello.
Ay, wait lang po. Dapat si Shan muna. Kasi, maiisip ko.
And then I will say Dada Felix. O gusto mong, ano?
Si Sha po muna. Sige. Para hindi na naman.
Kasi pagkasulat ko dito eh. Ikaw talaga. No one. Okay, pero if I have to